Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Peyton. It is nice to meet you. It is nice to see you. I know I say every episode is super exciting, but guys, this one I extra mean it. Now don't get scared by the fact that this video is a little bit longer. I promise it's worth it because we do so many things. We do potentially my favorite build yet. And I am just so excited. You obviously know what's happening from the title and the thumbnail, but like, I'm still just super excited about it. Also, look at the options we have on this beach. Like we had crazier options as well, but I didn't show everybody because this video would have been like many hours long. But anyway, when I signed on for Happy Home Paradise today, I did not know I was going to film playing. I was actually just signing on to check out the items, which is why you see I already have purchased some items, as well as I wanted to show my boyfriend Happy Home Paradise because I've never actually showed it to him. So I was just showing him what was going on, and then I ran into an ultimate cutie on the beach. Someone who I've actually thought about ever since my first roommate build. I've been thinking like, okay, when am I ever going to do a roommate again? I can't even think of any crazy combinations that I wanted right off the top of my head. But I thought of the combination that we're doing in today's video. Because in my head, I'm just like, I don't want to design a full house for someone and then decide later on that I want them to have a roommate. I would rather just do the roommate build at one time. So the way I feel like I'm going to have to do it is only if I have amiibos for people. And obviously you know that we do Miss Tia's house and that we're bringing Miss Chai along with her. I know this isn't like an original concept. I know other people have done this. This is just my version of it, okay? So we started out with talking to Tia, of course. I did have to quote unquote make her a home before I could have Chai be her roommate. But I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to design her house without Chai. I wanted to do it together. Like, she needed to be there for it, okay? So we're just kind of going to place the items, get Miss Chai in here, and then do the build. But I am going to use the items that Tia wanted anyway, because I think that they fit both of them, and yeah. I did struggle a little bit with picking the spot on the map for them. Not too much, because I did decide this was going to be a very cute build, and to me, nothing is cuter than cherry blossom. So we're filling up one of those cherry blossom spaces, of course. As I said in one of my previous videos, I don't know why, but I kind of just want to fill up each different space on the map before I start repeating areas. I don't know if that's dumb, but I want to do that. I think that this is the perfect build for the area I chose. I'm super excited. This is also my first 2-story build, which if you've been watching this channel, you know is so important because I always want to give the villager a bedroom, but I also want to give them a small business. And sometimes having a bedroom in the middle of your small business is a little weird, okay? Now I don't have to do that, and that's pretty cool. So here's the space. I love it. I knew I wanted to keep the, well, I wouldn't call this a simple exterior. I mean, it's a small space. It's not simple though. But I did want to keep everything a little bit minimal outside as far as furniture goes because I knew there was going to be so much inside. Now, I just am breezing through this because otherwise you'll be here for so long. I just placed the 3 items she wanted. She's roasting me at how quick it took. And then we had the saddest montage ever of her just in this empty room, which I'm only going to show you a minute of just because I think it's too sad. It's too sad to handle, okay? But don't worry, Tia. I'm going to make it up to you. It's going to be worth it. I'm going to introduce you to your best friend for life. And you should really just thank me for it, I think. What was such like a heavy hitter is after I watched that entire montage and felt really sad about it, I got promoted. I don't deserve this promotion. Them just going on and on about how I'm a famous designer and that I'm so trustworthy and capable. I'm not. I just put a little tea set, a little dessert stand, and a record player in a room and called it. I didn't even make it look nice in the room. I just did it. I didn't even change the wallpaper. So Lottie's telling me to propose a design for my next client, use the Amiibo Scanner, which, Lottie, I was already one step ahead of you. I had my Amiibo cards sitting in my lap, ready to go. I was born ready for this. This is the build of my dreams, honestly. So yeah, I'm a famous designer now. I'm somebody. I really am somebody, apparently. I also did not check the selection of work clothes, but I feel like I'm not going to change them. I haven't wanted to change them yet. We'll see. If in the next video I just randomly have a different outfit on, that's why. Lottie's surprised that I wanted to work more. Lottie, I did nothing. I did nothing. I gotta make it right. I gotta make it right with Miss Tia. But I did not know how to do this. I did not know how to do this at first. This is my first time other than the mandatory roommate build you had to do. So I did not know what I was doing. I knew I needed to go back here first, but then you'll see I was like a little confused with how do I get chai here? And then I realized that as soon as you scan somebody into the Amiibo thing, they just come to the beach, and then from there you can do what you want. But I didn't know that, so don't judge me. Here we are, back at it again. It's like we were just here. Oh wait, we were. So I went to go find a roommate. I thought I had to sit back down, and that's how I would use the Amiibo Scanner, but I realized that's just for if I wanted her to room with somebody who already has a house on the island, which wasn't the case. I like that you could just say, I quit. Like, isn't that so rude? You promise someone a vacation home and they're super excited, and then you're just like, you know what? I don't like this. It's not worth it. I quit. Feels pretty sad to me. And here we are, our first time using the Amiibo Scanner, which is very exciting because I got more Amiibos. I only had the Sanrio cards, but for Christmas I got a few more packs of different series Amiibos, and I got some good ones, and I'm going to buy more because the serotonin I got from opening these packs of cards is just too much. And also, I got so many cards for villagers that are already on this archipelago. Which, like, I'm glad to have them. Obviously, I like the villagers enough because they're here. But, like, I have them already. So, like, I gotta get more. You know what I mean? All right, look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Oh, my God. Again, I know I'm not the first person to do this. But, come on. Look at this. Look at these ladies. Let me know who's your favorite. I think that's a very tough decision because they're both similar. Both, well, one of them is a teacup. One is a teacup on her head, or teapot, rather. One is a, wait. Do you think Tia can pour actual tea from her snout and she'll, like, pour it in the cup on Chai's head? Can Chai remove that cup from her head and drink it? Like, that sounds kind of gross, though. You know what I mean? Sounds a little gross. Anyway, here we are, back at the space. And I don't know why I've started this trend of, let's do the interiors first. I was always an exterior first gal, but for some reason, I've changed my mind. And I guess I'm too eager to do the interiors now. The interiors used to stress me out, but I guess I'm more daring. Okay, so here are the sad items I placed before. So, for this build, as we get into speed time-lapse mode, I knew this is a tea shop, okay? Obviously, it's a tea shop. That's what Tia kind of wanted anyway, and I imagine that's what Chai would want. Now, here's the thing. I knew I wanted it to fit both of their vibes, which are luckily very similar vibes. But I struggled a lot with the color palette for some reason because I knew I wanted it to be blue and white because they are both blue and white, but I couldn't decide and you'll see, I kind of agonize about this flooring for a long time. I don't know why. I just couldn't decide if I liked this flooring or not. In the end, I decided that I do like it, but it did take me a long time to decide that. So what I was going for here was I had just purchased that ranch stall-like item that I don't know what it's called. It's like some type of counter. I had just purchased that today before I made this video because I was just coming to the Happy Home Island to buy some items and walk around. So I bought this item today, and thank goodness I did because I think it really helps this build. So I wanted to make the center of the room, the like checkout counter, like where you go. Very original, of course. I always put the checkout counter right in the center. Just makes sense, you know what I mean? So I wanted to put the checkout counter right in the center, but I wanted to have 2 different sections on the sides, which is why we have 2 more of those. Well, not 2 more, the only 2 of those ranch counter things. So I wanted one section to be a little bit more formal seating and one section to be a little bit more relaxed seating. So that's why you see we have the cinnamon roll, you know what I mean? The cute little bunny. We have them on one side. We have the couches, and on the other side we have just little cute little seating with tables, you know? And then the goal was for those 2 counters in the back to be kind of like help yourself to more things kind of section. But what I didn't know what I was going to do was it didn't feel like enough with just these 2 couches, and it didn't feel enough like a small business to me. You know, obviously all of these counters did not do it for me. I just needed to make it feel more like a small business. So I decided that this little left corner, I wanted to be a place where you can purchase items. Kind of like, the inspo is like, kind of like a Tivana, where I just lay out teacups. But in my head, those are like the teacups that are on display that you could also purchase. It takes me a while to get there though. You'll see, I play around with this area a lot and kind of, I go back and forth and all over the place with this one. I'm not gonna lie, the raw footage was 4 hours. So this is 4 hours in 30 minutes, which is why, but that's why it's long. I also, today, same day, got those new closets. Those ranch closets? Wardrobe. And I just love them. Not that I don't love the other wardrobe, because I use it all the time, like the simple one. This one is just significantly better. And that's it. I know it's a tea shop, but we added a nice little ice cream thing. Because I think, you know what? Why not? I would think maybe they're partnering. Maybe at some point I'm gonna have to do an ice cream shop. I feel like there's tons of villagers that want that. At some point I'll run into one, and I will do an ice cream shop, and that villager will have their small business be in partnership with Tia and Chai's, and maybe this little freezer I have over here is from whatever villager's small business that is, and they're collabing. We love a collab. Here we are, always playing with these carpet panels. I can't be stopped, okay? I can't be stopped here. I just love them. I love them. They do such a good job at separating the space. And I really love this plant potted item thing. This was new today too. So I was very excited. I unlocked that with this build. I think it just does a great job of separating the 2 spaces. Like I kind of wanted a little bit more of a formal space. As formal as you can get, obviously, with the teacup chairs and the very cute pastel tables. And then the other area to be more relaxed, as well as the little Tivana inspired store. I'm also putting different shopping bags around. I decided to go for this pastel. It's kind of like it looks to me like a stained glass kind of design. I really liked it. I think that it did a good job bringing in the colors from both of the tables. the table colors I did, the cute tea tables, as well as I think it just captures a lot of the essence of the two girls. I think mostly Chai. I think Chai is definitely very pastel, and that's where a lot of the inspo comes from. So Chai is kind of like the pastel part of this build, and Tia is more of that white and rustic kind of side. I don't know if anything I'm saying makes sense. I do these voiceovers in one take, and sometimes I often feel like by the end of it, do I know what I'm saying? I think I do. Hopefully it's enjoyable to watch. I was really stuck here, okay? I've said before, not a hot take. Everyone hates that you can't hang things on the partition walls, but I needed to put something on those partition walls. I didn't know what, so luckily there was that cute hanging sign item, and I did 2 of them back to back, and they kind of look like as if something is hanging on the wall rather than it's from the ceiling. Yeah, so I liked that, and we're just decorating the walls here. This is always my least favorite part, because it feels very like scattered and random to me sometimes. But, you know, we're doing lots of floral swags, lots of tapestry things, macrame, those square plants I use in every single one. No big deal. The party garland. I also wanted to do these cork boards because in my head this is like when you go to a small little business, there's usually like a community cork board, I feel like. So you could see the other local events going on, different things. Like if someone lost a dog, you could find it all here. And I feel like Chai and Tia welcome that. And here it is. I also added like a very calming sound, and I love that they're like basking in it. Here is the nice little slow view at it before we see the montage later in the video. It took me a while to get here, I won't lie, but I absolutely love it. This, to me, is significantly better than the actual cafe I built on the island. I know they're supposed to be different. This one is a tea shop, that is a cafe, but they're not that different. In my head, this is better. They're similar vibes, definitely, but this is so much better. So moving on to upstairs, again, I struggled with the wallpaper and flooring choices a lot for some reason in this video, but what I knew I wanted to do here was similar to what I did for my other roommate build on my channel, which is the cherry and puddles build, where I wanted it to feel almost like dorm roomy, where they each just have their own side of the room, and they have a similar like bed, but you can kind of see their different personalities, as well as maybe I'm just not original, but I made the personalities a little similar to what I did in the puddles and cherry one, where I made Tia's side a little bit more older and like a little bit more refined, but still very playful and like pastel, and I made Chai's side a little bit more like kiddish and less put together. Now, I also have seen lots of people do this cool trick where they use the pillars and the low counters to look like a window seat, and I really wanted to do that because I've never done that before, and I just think using this wallpaper, this like sky wallpaper, was just very dreamlike, and just to me, even though, you know, Tia's not pastel and blue like Chai is, she still feels very whimsical to me, like very like Alice in Wonderland-y. So in my head it justifies, and it all works, okay? And I used the wallpaper and flooring that is recommended for Chai. I feel like can you tell that I like Chai better? Is this just becoming a little clear? Not that I don't like Tia, I do. But Miss Chai, look at, like, she's so cute, you know what I mean? One of the other things I tried to do here was incorporate more yellow into the color, because downstairs at the cafe, it's mostly just blue and white, and there's little hints of pink. But I wanted to really capture all of the colors that they are, and Tia has a lot of yellow on her, specifically, and it just goes with the vibe. So adding in the yellow, I think, was a really great choice because it made the space feel separate from the downstairs area. It doesn't feel like they're just the exact same thing, but there's like a bed in this one. So I really like that. As well as now I'm playing around with what items I want to put on Chai's side. You'll see I put their pictures next to their bed so you can see whose side is what. For Chai, I didn't want to do the same thing I did for Puddles and Cherry, where I had like just like books everywhere and makeup. I was trying to think like what else could I do that's like more kind of fun and like she's less serious. So I decided to put like food up here. So she has a little mini fridge, as well as like an open carton of strawberry milk. Like I just feel like that's Chai. You know what I mean? Chai is just chilling. She's like, "Oh, you want me to clean up?" No, I'm relaxing. And Tia is a little bit more like put together. So that's why on her side I have the record player that she wanted, as well as a vanity so she could do her pretty makeup, as well as a rocking chair so she can like sit and enjoy her tea there. I feel like she's a sophisticated lady sitting enjoying her tea there, where Chai is sprawled out on that couch sipping her tea. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. This is me using my new favorite item that I discovered in the last video, which is the Aroma Pot. I don't know why I like it so much, but I do. Did I place it? I placed it, right? Yeah, I did. I placed it in front of Tia's bed. I don't know why I like the Aroma Pot so much, and I never noticed it ever playing this game, but now I love it. It's so cute. And what I'm doing here on the floor is similar to what I did in one of my first ever videos, which was for Miss Megan, which I did a little teddy bear tea party on the floor. So this is similar, except for the fact that we just have lots more food. Lots more food. Chai was too excited. She stole all the goodies from downstairs. And Tia like judges her for it, but she's also eating all the snacks too. I also put a couple stuffed animals as well. I put the new stuffed animals that are like a little bit more kiddish on Chai's side, and I did a little bit more of a sophisticated teddy bear on Tia's. Because in my head, you know, she's still like a kid too, but she's like, she thinks she's not, you know? I also did not mention, but I put that paper garland along the back wall, and I love that item. So cute. I'm using the star garland for the other wall, but the paper one on that back wall I love. And then over here we're decorating the walls. I really love these framed pictures of cartoon pizza. I just ran with the food theme for Chai. I don't know why. In my head I was like, Chai is a snacker, and I feel her wholeheartedly. And then I just kind of made the two sides the same but different. I'm sorry if that's boring, but there were so many items and it was getting a little kooky. So sometimes I think when that happens, putting the similar kind of layout on the walls does help pull it together. And there you go. That's what the room looks like. I really like it. I think it's definitely a similar vibe to downstairs, but it feels different enough. It feels like downstairs is a little bit more sophisticated, and this is where the girls go after their long day serving everyone else. This is where they get to go, relax, be playful, be a kid. Because in my head, all the villagers are little babies. You know what I mean? At this point, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot there was still an exterior to do. I completely forgot. So I was feeling like, oh boy, let's kind of just breeze through this. But that's okay, because I knew I didn't want it to be too cuckoo crazy anyway. There's not that much space, so there's not like a whole heck of a lot to do. I really love how I chose the design for the house. It's light blue, pink, and yellow, the vibe, the color scheme. I just love it. I love that wreath too. I didn't know you can customize it in white. It looks so nice. I love it. And then of course we're putting some cherry blossoms down. Why would I pick the cherry blossom island if I wasn't gonna put some cherry blossom trees? You know what I mean? Classic Payton's Corner build. We do the fence, the shrub, the fence alternate. And then this is a path I have on my island. I don't think I have the code down below yet, but stay tuned, I'll put it there because I haven't used it on my island yet, but I saved it thinking that I probably will. And I love it. I think it was perfect for this one. Hopefully I actually used it on my island and I decided to keep it, because otherwise I'll have to redo this, but no worries. And yeah, I wanted to make the front yard a bit of a continuation from what was going on inside, so I wanted to do some seating, but I didn't want to do the exact seating that I did inside. I definitely wanted it to feel like okay, we're outside, this is separate. You know, let's choose the outdoor seating. To me, the iron set just feels like outdoor seating to me. I like the blue and the white combo. I think it looks really nice. As well as I love the string light item back there. I just think it looks really nice. I wanted to put another one of it, but the space is laid out a little weird, so there wasn't room. And then I'm going ahead and throwing some pink and white flowers. I experimented with putting the blue ones in as well, but the vibe isn't really a deep royal blue like the flowers are, and there's no like light blue pastel flowers. Even I think these iron chairs are quite dark for the rest of the vibe, but I'm kind of okay with it because they're like the statement piece. Then I'm going ahead and changing their outfits because I just had to. Look at them. Look at them. Tell me these are not the best roommates you ever saw. Tell me these two are not best friends, long lost sisters, cousins. I love them. I love them together. I was so excited to do this build. When I saw Tia, my heart literally stopped. As I said, I was not planning to build this night that I recorded this, but I just had to. And I'm so glad I did. I really, really like how this one turned out. It took a long time, but to me, it felt like it was worth it. Hopefully you guys think so too. As always, let me know what you guys thought. But now, I will let you guys watch the montage. And there you have it, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed that we didn't get a montage of upstairs too. I thought we were, based off of when I did the restaurant. You got to see both the dining room and the kitchen. But I guess I should have known better, because when I did the little fake build for Tia, we didn't get to see the empty upstairs. Anyway, this is what the exterior looks like again, so you get a better view of it. I didn't want to rush through it. Sometimes I rush through the exterior. Just wanted you guys to see it a little bit. So I earned my 15,000 Pokey. I think I made it up to Tia for that little tease I did in the beginning where I didn't actually decorate her house. And maybe I did earn that famous designer title after all. But anyway, I've talked for 29 minutes straight now, so that's where we're going to end today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know what you guys thought down below. What do you think about Chai and Tia? Let me know. Not that we're playing favorites, but who's your favorite? Let me know. It's Chai, right? I'm kidding. We love Tia too. She's beautiful. All right. Let me know, who is your dream roommate combination? I gotta know. Let me know. Give me some ideas. If you guys like Animal Crossing, if you like Happy Home Paradise, if you are somewhat interested in me as a human being, I think you should subscribe to the channel. I post new videos every other day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye!